So we've come to Plant Mark to choose, just gotten one of each of the plants we liked, just to take them home and decide on what we really want. But I've got a boot full of stuff, so they're all gone in the back seat. Welcome back. It's time to start thinking about all of our landscaping if we want to get this done by Christmas. So first things first is just to clean up the site so that we can see what we're working with, figure out, a bit of a design where we want the garden beds and everything like that, level out all the dirt. We still need to, research what kind of vibe, how we want everything to look, but this is a great place to start.
Now that our site's been prepped, it's time for our landscape. We've been working on design for quite a long time now. It's really important that we get this right, as I feel like landscaping is probably one of the key elements to a beautiful home. The house itself is quite linear, so we've introduced lots of soft curves to soften it. The inside of the house, we've used that, so we've brought it outside as well. Beautiful curves around the pool, nice round pool, and nice soft garden edging with beautiful planting. We'll show you as we work through it.
We wanted to include some really cool features in our landscape design. So one of them was lots of different seating and entertaining areas in the backyard. So we've done two really cool things. So the first one was our fire pit. So we've done that out of the calcite white concrete in a circular and then used bricks to create a seat around it. So that is awesome. And then over off the pool area, we've done also in the calcite white concrete a floating circle that sits above the pool. So again, it's another place to sit, to entertain from, and it'll look really beautiful once it's all finished. As well as the different entertaining areas, we wanted the garden to have lots of different features when you looked at it. So one of our ideas was having a range of pots in the larger garden beds. Once we went to the landscaping store, we realized that pots are very expensive. So what we've done to save money on this idea is we brought a couple of wine barrels and have cut them down to different heights to have those different heights in the garden without the expense. And then we've also done a range of raised garden beds. So we did this for a few reasons. The first one was to make sure the yard was animal proof for our little dog, to make sure he can't get out, but also just to create the different height in the garden. We can have hanging plants over the side, and it just was an awesome feature when you walk in the front gate.
One of our key features in all of our landscapes is the proper irrigation setup. This keeps all of our beautiful planting and grass nice and fresh and green and alive. We run a timer that comes on at night, so all the grass soaks in the moisture and the plants. Keeps it looking good throughout the day. One tip I'll give you guys is when running an irrigation setup, have your plumber run a separate line off the main before it feeds the house, ensuring that all your pop-ups and all your dripper lines get maximum pressure. Keep everything looking great. Now we're nearly ready to order plants. What I like to do is just get a small number of plants of the ones we're actually going to use. I get about 20, and I like to lay them out in little arrays and see if I really like them and see how they feel for the space. The good thing about that is you're not wasting money buying too many. So we lay them out and get a feel of it, and we might work out if we want a higher plant or a lower plant or any extra features we want to add. And we go around, we mark all the spots where all the plants are going to go, do a final count up, and we order everything at once, ready to plant.
We have to choose one or two large feature trees. We're probably going to put them in pots as well. So we're thinking our favourite is probably the frangipani. And there's already a frangipani there in the garden, so it will match well. Now that we've got all these garden beds built, the rain has stayed away for a few days and the painters have got a chance to repaint all our fences and all the external areas that they needed to paint, we can get our plant order in next week and the boys can do a mad rush getting everything planted and getting the grass down ready for us to move in.